Hey guys, part two, day two. Real quickly, I'm going to go over where we left off yesterday. We got all these panels roughed in, fit, got the center one, got a little bit of shape to that. But what I'm going to do today, I'm going to try to add a little bit of shape to this here. So I'll pop off one of the panels, I'll run it through the English wheel, and it'll be a lot of back and forth test fitting and all that stuff. And then once we're happy with the fit on everything, then start cutting and welding. So let's get those panels off there and start making them round. All right guys, this is my little English wheel here. It's nothing crazy fancy. It does what we need it to do. It's got a bunch of different dies and stuff for it. The particular one I'm going to start off with here is kind of a it's not a very aggressive crown. I usually, when shaping sheet metal, I like to creep up on it. See, this is just got a slight crown to it. Several other, that one's pretty aggressive, and down the line here. So what we're going to do is just run the sheet metal through it, try to get a little bit of curve to it, and then back and forth, a lot of back and forth fitting and stuff on there. So let's see what we can do. A lot of back and forth on this thing here. So I'm starting to get a little bit of curve to it. It's going this way and also this way. And that's what we're trying to do, is take the flatness out of it. So basically a lot of trial and error, back and forth, and we'll test it here on the car in a second. I'm going to try taking out a little bit of this area here around the quarter window, and yeah, see what we can do. All right guys, so I got my first test run on here. Basically what I'm looking for is the transition to look really nice and smooth. I know it's kind of hard to tell on the camera here, but what we did is add some shape to this, kind of round, where before it was pretty flat. So you want that to follow that roof line all the way across. So we're definitely going in the right direction. It's also, when we do get all these panels here fit, we're going to come back and cut it right here. We'll butt weld everything together, just do a nice clean weld, and then we'll planish it all out so everything is seamless here. I don't usually like to do overlaps or anything like that. So anyway, down here we'll tune this area up so that this reveal here will be back in here. I made some marks on it, kind of where we're going to trim and more around the window. Again, you know, I just like to leave things long so we have something to work with. But it's nice and smooth. Yeah, I know it's kind of hard to tell through camera here, but we're going in the right direction. We still got some work to do. And then of course we got to make the other side look like this side. So shouldn't be too big of a deal. We'll keep working on it. And yeah, I got a little weird spot down here. I didn't really give this much action down here. I'm going to trim it back here anyway. So all that stuff too, we can just manipulate by hand when we get into it. So we don't need to get too crazy with the English wheel stuff. So, so that's that side. I think I'm going to pull this one, get that one roughed in, and see if I can get that sitting. What I like to do is work these panels over to where when you're putting them back on, it's not a big fight. They kind of have that natural shape already, and you're not pushing and pulling too hard. There'll be a little bit of that too, but the more relaxed it is, the better you know it's going to fit and flow. So yeah. Yeah, this back panel has a little curve to it too, but again, we're gonna cut this off back here, so and we'll notch this up, and when we weld and finish it and all that stuff, it'll look nice and uniform. So yeah, let's get to the other side. All right, so this panel's in. It's all been roughed in so far. All in all, I'm pretty happy with how it's fitting. It's nice and tight here, fits relaxed. I think I'll give it a little more work around this window here. Sometimes it's hard to get in close here to get that curve to flow, but right through these corners here needs a little bit of tension. All in all, it feels good. A little weird spot down through here. We'll get all that worked out, but overall, it's pretty good how it's fitting so far. You know, making that transition fit good is important. You know, when it comes to welding stuff back up again. And again, we'll be cutting this short down here. We don't need to go all the way that way. But yeah, we'll tune up a few spots in here. I got a couple low spots. And then, yeah. Hey guys, that's gonna wrap up day 2, part 2 on the chop top here, 48 Chevy. Today, we got some contour into those back sail panels so they're not just flat pieces of metal anymore. Everybody's got different ways of doing these chops. This is the way I do them, and to be honest, this is the 3rd one like this that we've done, and there's little differences between chops. So at the end of the day, it's just metal, you know, so if you haven't chopped a top or you're thinking about doing it, the best thing to do is just do it. You know, watch a bunch of videos, ask a bunch of questions, try to get some insight on the best way to approach it. But take your time, make the metal fit, and get back and look at the flow of the car. It really needs to flow good to have a proper looking chop. So again, this one here, we took 4 inches out of the A-pillar on it, and we laid the back till it was just right, in my eyes anyway. So everybody looks at stuff a little bit different, does things a little different. This is how I do it. Anyway, end of day 2. So next episode, we will be focusing on getting all the sheet metal here trimmed and blended into the existing roof up there. So once that's all done, then we can move on to interior moldings and wing windows. It's coming along pretty good. I think it'll be a killer car when it's done. And thank you for watching, and stay tuned for episode 3. And if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Thanks.